talk about the bearings. Our group is me, Javier, Hoyos, Amador, and Gecory.
Alright, the first thing I'll be introducing is the bearings. What exactly are bearings? The basic concept behind bearings is that it allows things to slide easier. It allows for related motion between the two or more parts. It reduces the friction between two rings because the bearings bear most of the load. As you can see in this picture, say those balls weren't there, and then they were like almost like similar in size. It would cause a lot of friction and won't allow it to rotate faster. There are two types of bearings: roller bearings and ball bearings. Ball bearings are used where lighter loads and light speed and high speed are expected. And this is the point of contact for ball bearings. It's an oval point of contact. It is capable of handling loads in the radial and axial direction. It comes in different variations depending on what exactly you need. This is the most common type of ball bearing, which is the groove ball bearing. As you can see, it has the groove and with the ball inside. It's one of the cheapest to manufacture, and it's used in a variety of machines. And here is the angular contact ball bearing. It's designed to handle radial and axial loading. It has high thrust capacity, and also it's used for duplex mounting performance. It's designed for high speed, high precision applications, and it's used in the agriculture, chemical, and general industry. And roller bearings. Roller bearings have a regular point of contact, high load capacities, more rigid and higher rotational torque, and roller bearing types depend on the application. And this is the tapered roller bearings. It's mainly used in rotating shafts to manage thrust and radial loads. The change to the surface may be used to enhance performance, and it comes in many different variations. These are the needle roller bearings used in the automotive industry, construction, and agriculture industry. And this is the spherical roller bearing. It handles high radial loads in environments where misalignment, poor lubrication, and contamination and extreme speed occurs.
Okay, the Boston Gear catalog. Well, this is especially for bearings. This company has developed more than catalogs for the products. They have developed procedures for you to choose the type of bearing that you need for your desired application, for anything that you're designing. The purpose, as well as any other company, they have created methods to make your own selections. These methods are based on their testings and their analytical computations. As you can see in this picture, you can see the ball bearings, and you can see the orange parts is where they take all the load of the shaft. So the bearings have to be well picked. If you don't pick them the right way, it will fail. This has been done. If you do this results analytically, it will take a really long time, and it's not going to be as accurate as actual testing. That's why these companies have taken their time to figure this out and make it easier for us. It'll save us money and time in the time of designing and specifying a bearing.
Bearing selection depends primarily on the kind of the manufacturing that you're choosing. Each separate manufacturer is responsible for setting up its own testing parameters and actually going through and performing the test and plotting all the results on their tables. Depending on which manufacturer you get, they'll have a different process for determining the maximum life given the parameters that you're looking for. The parameters that you would be inputting would be things like shaft diameter, shaft position relative to the bearings to find the reaction forces, and other things such as torque that's being applied to the shaft. For the Boston Gear catalog, it was primarily used taking into account the position of the drive load and then relative to the actual reaction forces, which is where the bearings are going to be. Then after you calculate to find the maximum load on the bearing, you go into your table and then you can find the expected life with the load that you're going to be applying to it. The Timken has a different way of doing it. They actually have a simple equation that you would punch in your shaft and your actual torque requirements, and then based off that equation, you look at a scale, and that sliding scale will tell you how many revolutions it can support for infinite life, or what kind of life you can expect out of it given the amount of power you need to transmit.
Okay, to include the Boston Gear catalog, for bearings, it's not just a catalog, but it's also a tool for engineers, especially when they're in the design part of their thing. This will also save you time and money when it comes to the design part of anything to do with engineering. This is one of the best options when selecting the bearings for your design process, just as well as the Tinkin company, where they're both equally great. They're one of the top ones in the market. I hope you guys enjoy our presentation.